Well, hello again, guys. It's Friday, and we are sitting outside. It's hot, go figure. And I thought I would bring you yet another brilliant idea for transportation. Now, we all know this heat is kicking our ass, and we just have to figure something out about it because who knows if the power goes out, like I was telling you guys about yesterday. Y'all saw the e-bike that I showed you guys, 2 weeks ago, I think it was, before I went on vacation. And like I said, that one was for bigger people, mostly guys, 6'4" or something like that or above. So today we're going to take a look at one that is for more normal-sized people. So let's go take a look over there, and I'm going to show you this one. All right, so this is what we've got. We've got the EUI bike. Now, this is a normal-sized person's bike that can also be used for a big guy like me. Give you an idea, all right? I fit on this bike comfortably at my height, but this bike is small enough where somebody who's 5'7", 6'4", easy can fit on here. The seat lowers down. If you're 5'2", 5'4", it's going to fit. It's a 20-inch tire bike, as opposed to the other one I was showing you was a 26-inch. Now, that's a big help. If Mrs. P will come in here, I'm going to show you some of the other details on this. Okay. If we look at the screen here, it's got your typical digital display, just like the other one. It has Shimano brakes, again, high-quality brakes to it. Disc brakes on both front and back. It has a high-quality suspension system on it, on the front, and back here on the back, there's also a shock absorber right there for suspension on the back, which is excellent. The cool thing about this bike is this one is foldable. Okay, I'm not going to show it to you here, but it breaks right here in the center. You can fold it in half. It'll easily fit in the trunk of a car, fit in a closet, whatever you need if you've got short on storage space. Still has the 24 volt 1000 watt hour Samsung battery in it, just like the other one did, which is great. If you swing around to the front, what I do like about this is it has a full-size headlight on here, not just a little bike light to it. So that was a great idea that they put on here. This one comes with the back rack, which is great. And we took this out for a test ride. Now, I want to give you all the details on that. So just like last time, we put this through the same test. We rode this thing for 27.2 miles today and put it through the whole deal. So I want to show you that here real quick, and then I'm going to go through some pros and cons. Okay, so here we did the same test as we did last time. We ran the same distance, and the bike performed well. Ladies, don't spend your entire time watching Brett's butt here, but we wanted to give you the story on what was going on here. So we ran this the same 16-mile round. Actually, we ran it 27.2, but I'm showing you the same test as I did before. Up the same grades, down the same grades, etc., etc. This bike performed extremely well. Had no problem with the 4-degree grades, the 6-degree grades, was able to maintain in third gear, if you will, for the motor, 20 miles an hour, no problem. Okay, if we put it up in fifth gear, it would get up that 28, 29, 30 miles an hour, no sweat. But I wanted to show you this part in particular, because this is always the biggest issue, is how well it climbs hills. And so if you remember from the last video I did on another bike, this is where we go up the 4-degree, 6-degree, 8-degree incline. And the bike performed fine, no problem. It slowed down. That's expected. You're putting more gravity against the motor, as you're going up an incline. And right here, we're talking 4 and 5 degrees, and we were still able to maintain about 15 miles an hour. As we climb a little bit more here, go around this bend, we got up to somewhere around a 6-degree incline, and we were still pulling 12, 13 miles an hour. Not a problem at all. As we move on a little bit further here, and you can see this is the big test, the 8-degree incline. And it still managed somewhere between 8 and 9 miles an hour up this 8-degree incline. And I apologize for the reflections in the window, but that's what you get when you're trying to video from behind. So as it cruised on along, we had no problems. As again, we're going to go downhill here as Brett crests the hill and go through. We did test this up a 10 and 11 degree incline. It could not handle it, okay? Again, straight on the motor. Yes, you could pedal assist it a little bit, but the motor was not going to handle more than about an 8-degree incline. Same as the other bike. That's nothing surprising. Now, what I want to point out is something that I noticed by looking at some of these other bikes out there. People have watched Jay Leno's Garage or something, and oh, he's got these awesome e-bikes or whatever, $6,000. Yeah, okay. And this is a quarter of the price. Those bikes underperform the last one I showed you and this one. Okay, so if you want to spend 4 times as much money and get less performance, go buy the ones on Jay Leno's Garage. You want to buy the good bikes. This is a high quality bike. Now, as we're driving through here, I'm going to tell you there are pros and cons to this bike. Absolutely. One of the biggest pros, the assembly on this was next to nothing. I mean, 20 minutes tops. It was literally putting on the front wheel, putting on the handlebars, putting on the headlight. You're done. You're on the road. This was extremely simple to assemble. No problems whatsoever to do it. What things I did like about this bike is this one has the twist throttle that I would definitely prefer over the thumb throttle, which made life a lot easier. Will your hands still get tired over time? Sure, but it's a lot more than your thumb getting tired. Twist throttle on this was great. I had pointed out the rear shock absorber on here. Absolutely excellent to have something like that. The front shocks on here are adjustable, which is good again. We tested this again only on road. As you can see, we didn't get this off-road other than going through the grass in the yard, which it did fine, no big deal. But we weren't trying to climb rocky trails through mountains or anything like that. Is the bike capable of doing that? Yes. Okay. I mentioned the headlight, definitely a pro. This definitely has a more comfortable seat for those of us with a bony butt than other bikes that I've seen. So definitely some good pros on here. Cons. I'm going to give you this because there's always cons. Same as the last one. The 8 to 9 hour charge on the battery, I still think they need to figure out how to fix this one. I'm guessing in the next couple of years they will figure out how to do that, but as of right now, it's still an overnight charge for this. This one also has the cheap, crappy fenders to it, to the point where we got it, and from sitting in the box, it was somewhat twisted. We had to warm it up and twist it back into shape. The bike companies need to come up with some sort of aluminum fenders for this or whatever, because the cheap plastic ones just aren't going to cut it for the long haul. We did have an issue with the brakes on this one, that the rear brake was crimped, and we wound up having, and whether it was a bad packing job by whoever did it, we wound up getting that fixed. And I will say this, we had absolutely tremendous service from the folks at EUI Bike on getting things fixed on this. Not a problem. Is this a quality bike? Very much so. This is a bike that I'd say if you're 12 years old, if you're 25 years old, if you're 50 years old, and you're a normal sized person, this is a definite one to take a look at. So if you're interested in buying one of these retail at $16.99. We are getting a current discount to bring it down to $15.99, which is a great price, like I said, comparatively to the $6,000 that you're going to see on some of these other bikes. Don't waste your money on something like that. You're never going to recoup the money out of a $6,000 bike. You know, you're not going to use it enough to make it worthwhile. So I will post a link below to if you're interested in purchasing one of these, but this is definitely a high quality piece of machinery and something that when there's no gas, you can use as transportation. As per normal, we are going to give one of these away, and we will do this on tomorrow night's live stream. Now, in order to win this bike, and this will be shipped directly from me again, okay, coming straight from my house, you have to live in the lower 48. Guys, the last one cost me $169 to ship, okay, and that was going from Tennessee to South Carolina. You know, I don't care what anybody says about what you make on YouTube. I'm getting rich on this. So yeah, that video cost me money, no problem. But you will have to live in the lower 48 to win this one. And in order to win the bike, you will also have to name your favorite. What do I want to add here? It's the middle of summer. Your favorite golfer of all time, professional golf player, male or female. Okay, it doesn't matter. Now, I'm going to remind everybody this. There is no short list. There is no Instagram me, Telegram me. Do not listen to any of that crap, okay? It's a must be present to win. You must be on the live stream tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific. I know everybody always says, he changed the times. No, I haven't changed the times in 3 years. So that's it. 9 Eastern, 8 Central, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific. If you can't get that right, I can't help you. You will have 3 minutes after I call your name using the random comment picker to announce your presence that you are there. If you are not there, I will pick another name. Must be present to win. Okay. Now, here's the big question everybody asks me all the time. Well, Pinball, what do? You just told us yesterday about the grid being in trouble and the East Coast being screwed on power, and they could be blackouts or brownouts or whatever, right? How am I going to power an e-bike? What good is an e-bike for me? Good point. Okay. So we're going to add this one to it. I talked to Elliot today. And Elliot would like to announce that they are doing a special of a Delta 2 package, the 1300 watt, the upgraded Delta 1300, the Delta 2, and a 160 watt solar panel that they are selling for $799. Okay, that's the generator and the solar panel, guys. Or there's also a package for 2 Delta 2s and the solar panel. Well, we figured we'll add this one to it. We're also going to give away tomorrow night on Saturday, the 2 Delta 2 package and the 160 watt solar panel. In the same comment, you must have, besides what I said you needed to have to win the bike, you also must have your favorite fast food franchise. How about that one? Okay. And all the same rules apply as before. If you don't have both, you are not eligible to win the generators. First one was for the bike, you needed the first one. For the generators, you need to have both. So I'm going to give you that. But that's how we're going to do a Friday. You never know what to expect around here, do you? Have a good one. Pinball out.